The boycott lasted 381 days, with the 26-year-old Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. as their leader. Rosa was not the first person to refuse to give up her seat. 2 other women were previously arrested for the same offense. However, it was this quiet 42-year-old who became the face of the Montgomery bus boycott.
Hey everybody, this is Dean FM, Dean Fraser Milford here for your creature. What? And today I wanted to do another reaction video. I've been trying to do the Beyonce. Trying to have my voice teacher teach me that. That's just, oh, she could help me with that. At the end of the day, it's like after 4 lessons, she's like, oh, maybe that's auto-tune. Oh, you think? Thank you for the waste of time. My voice teacher said I should be on American Idol. I wish I got my money back. Championing our advocacy lives of powerful, influential black voices, black women. Today we're going to be reacting to Rosa Parks, civil rights activist. Now, I know that the Montgomery bus boycott launched by her resistance that she is now passed, but I think these lives are important and these stories are important. We got to make sure that we remind ourselves, we learn these things, get a refresher.
Born the eldest of 2 children in 1913, Rosa Louise McCauley was raised on her grandparents' farm in Pine Level, Alabama. As a child, Rosa was exposed to the realities of segregation. She walked to school daily because the elementary school bus system prohibited black students from riding. Rosa later attended the Alabama State Teachers College High School. However, due to both her grandmother and mother's illnesses, she was forced to drop out. At 19, Rosa met Raymond Parks, who worked with Montgomery's NAACP chapter. After their marriage in 1932, and much encouragement, she earned her high school diploma. Rosa joined Raymond in the NAACP, serving as the chapter's secretary and youth leader.
History is peculiar. It places gifted and talented women and men in situations where they must make a choice. The choice she made was on the afternoon of the 1st of December, 1955, on a bus as she was going home from her seamstress job in a department store in Montgomery, Alabama.
Rosa, along with 3 other black passengers, were told to give up their seats to a white male passenger. She refused and was arrested.
Enough is enough, really.
An all-day bus boycott was organized on the day of Rosa's trial, December 5th, 1955, where she was fined $14 and found guilty.
She was a role model for courage in the face of racial injustice. Rosa Parks, through her quiet eloquence, through her commitment both to her faith and to the cause of civil rights and racial equality, was prepared to sacrifice everything, her security, even her life, to fight for what was right, at least her perception of what was justice.
Come on. You can't have people being treated the way they are. The civil rights movement, Jim Crow laws, and all the separation and segregation, these are things that are built into the system.
The boycott lasted 381 days, with the 26-year-old Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. as their leader. Rosa was not the first person to refuse to give up her seat. 2 other women were previously arrested for the same offense. However, it was this quiet 42-year-old who became the face of the Montgomery bus boycott. In 1956, groundbreaking history was made.
The Supreme Court decision by a 9-0 vote supported the civil rights position, calling for an end to racial segregation on municipal buses.
Unable to find work, largely due to her political stance, the Parks moved north to Detroit, Michigan. And by 1965, Rosa began to work for Congressman John Conyers until 1988, when she retired. In memory of her husband and in her vision for a better tomorrow, Rosa co-founded the Rosa and Raymond Parks Institute for Self-Development, which educates young people on the civil rights movement, gives freedom bus tours, and provides youth with professional guidance. Rosa also worked giving lectures and advocating for social justice.
Hey, I'm down with that.
Rosa Parks passed away on October 24, 2005. She was the first woman and second African American to lie in honor at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. Rosa received over 24 honorary doctorates and numerous national and international awards. Among them, the Medal of Freedom from President Clinton and the Congressional Gold Medal of Honor. Rosa was a grassroots activist for social justice and peace, through her efforts in the civil rights movement to her participation in the anti-apartheid movement for South Africa. Although she never planned on getting arrested, her simple action changed the course of a nation.
That white imperialism, I swear, ruined a whole lot.
Parks unexpectedly had greatness thrust upon her. I think she was born for it. And I do think she achieved
Oh,
it.
my Angela.
You see what I mean? But had she not, on that particular day, said, I'm not moving, my feet hurt, we would have a different nation and a different world.
I think the moral of the story is, like they said, there's other people who refuse to give up their seats. Acknowledgement of this is not only important in the context of making sure that we give everybody the appropriate respect as far as how we look back on these situations in history, but I think unfortunately some people also will look at one thing and kind of think that why is this one thing, why all these people are really trying to get the focus on this specific issue, and people might not understand. And I think that when you realize that there are actually countless examples in a situation where people are just rising up and asking for respect from the government to put into the larger picture for society. This is an everyday thing. That goes for people of color as well, and I can't speak for every African-American person's experience. From what I know about the historical perspective as well as current statistics, and from my experience as a person who's lived in a blue state and encounters this weirdness frequently, not only from police, unreasonable escalation it seems almost, or wanting to escalate, but every day with how we interact with people in society, just everybody around us. Sometimes it seems like we are complete outsiders, and that's really the point of it. We're going to do a longer documentary, a longer review, and try to analyze and try to put into place what we could do more so as a nation, and what things would be the rock bottom for us. We need to watch our government closely. Hope you have a nice day.